Around the world, certain places are infamous for their high rates of disappearances. These are locations where the line between the known and the unknown seems to blur, where individuals step out of their daily lives and, quite simply, vanish. They are places of immense natural beauty, remote wilderness, or sometimes regions scarred by human conflict. What links them is a chilling statistical anomaly. A disproportionately high number of people have gone missing within their boundaries, often leaving behind few clues and a legacy of unanswered questions that haunt families and investigators for decades. In this journey, we will explore 10 such locations. From the icy expanse of the Alaskan wilderness, to the enigmatic waters of the Bermuda Triangle, and from lonely highways to the heart of ancient forests, each place holds its own unique set of mysteries. We will look at the facts, the figures, and the theories that attempt to explain these unsettling patterns. The stories are not just tales of intrigue. They are profound human tragedies, each representing a life interrupted and a community left searching for answers. My aim is to present these cases with the respect and factual clarity they deserve. We will delve into the environmental, geographical, and sometimes criminal factors that may contribute to these disappearances. Join me as we navigate these vanishing points across our planet, seeking to understand the forces, both natural and man-made, that can cause a person to disappear without a trace. It is a sobering exploration of the world's most perplexing and persistent mysteries. Our first destination is a vast and unforgiving wilderness in the far north of the American continent, the Alaska Triangle. This immense region, stretching between the cities of Anchorage, Juneau, and Barrow, encompasses some of the most rugged and remote terrain on Earth. Since the 1970s, an astonishing number of people, over 20,000, have disappeared here, a rate more than twice the national average. Small planes have vanished from the sky, and experienced hikers have been swallowed by the landscape, often without leaving so much as a footprint behind for search parties to follow. The sheer scale and ferocity of the environment are, of course, primary factors. The landscape is a formidable adversary with its dense forests, towering glacier-carved mountains, and unpredictable, often brutal weather systems that can change in an instant. Search and rescue operations are immensely difficult in such conditions. But beyond these logical explanations, other theories persist. Some speculate about powerful energy vortexes, while local Tlingit legends speak of the Kushtaka, shape-shifting creatures that lure the lost away from safety. Whatever the cause, the Alaska Triangle remains a place where the wild holds a powerful and sometimes permanent claim. We now journey from the frozen north to the warm tropical waters of the Atlantic, to a region that has captured the public imagination for generations, the Bermuda Triangle. Roughly defined by points in Bermuda, Florida, and Puerto Rico, this expanse of open ocean has become legendary for the vessels and aircraft that have reportedly vanished within its bounds. The numbers are debated, but some estimates claim over 50 ships and 20 aircraft have been lost here, often in bizarrely calm conditions. The mystery deepened with tales of distress calls that abruptly cut out, or of entire crews disappearing from perfectly seaworthy ships. While tales of extraterrestrial activity and portals to other dimensions abound, scientific explanations offer more plausible though no less dramatic scenarios. This region is known for its extremely volatile weather. Rogue waves capable of swamping even large vessels can form without warning. Furthermore, the area is one of the few places on Earth where a compass points to true north rather than magnetic north, a phenomenon that could cause navigational confusion. Sudden, violent releases of methane gas from the ocean floor have also been proposed as a cause, capable of creating a frothy, less dense water that could sink a ship in moments. The legend persists, fueled by the unsettling reality of its many lost souls. Yosemite National Park in California is a sanctuary of natural grandeur, attracting millions of visitors each year to witness its granite cliffs, ancient sequoias, and cascading waterfalls. Yet beneath this veneer of breathtaking beauty lies a more troubling reality. For decades, Yosemite has been the setting for a significant number of baffling disappearances. People from all walks of life, from young children to seasoned mountaineers, have vanished within the park's 1,200 square miles. These are not always cases of getting lost. Some disappear from well-trodden paths, mere yards from their companions, leaving behind perplexing and incomplete trails of evidence. The challenges for search teams are immense. The terrain is a vertical world of deep canyons, dense forests, and sheer rock faces, where a simple misstep can have fatal consequences. The weather, too, is a powerful force, with sudden snowstorms capable of trapping the unprepared even in summer. Investigators have grappled with cases that defy easy explanation, leading to a collection of strange and unresolved files. While the majority of missing persons are eventually found, a persistent number of cases remain open, becoming part of the park's hidden folklore. A stark reminder that even in a well-managed and popular wilderness, the forces of nature can be swift, silent, and absolute. Our focus now shifts to a man-made corridor cutting through the vast Canadian wilderness, a 450-mile stretch of Highway 16 in British Columbia, known by the somber name, the Highway of Tears. This remote road has become infamous as the site of numerous murders and disappearances, primarily of Indigenous women and girls, dating back to the 1970s. The official number of victims is 18, but community leaders and families believe the true number could be closer to 50, or even higher. They were mothers, daughters, and sisters who vanished while walking or hitchhiking along this lonely route, their lives tragically cut short. The reasons for this vulnerability are a complex and heartbreaking mix of social and geographical factors. The highway connects a series of small, isolated communities, many of which are indigenous reserves facing limited opportunities. With sparse public transportation, hitchhiking often becomes a necessity for travel, for work, or for accessing essential services. This isolation, combined with a historical lack of police attention and systemic racism, created a hunting ground for predators. The dense forests that line the highway provide an easy cover for criminal acts, making the recovery of victims incredibly difficult, and leaving families in a perpetual state of unresolved grief. In the high desert of northern New Mexico lies the small town of Pecos, a gateway to the vast Pecos wilderness and the Santa Fe National Forest. This tranquil area, rich in history and natural beauty, harbors a dark undercurrent of mysterious disappearances. Over the years, a disturbing number of people have vanished in the surrounding forests, creating a pattern that has unsettled this tight-knit community. These are not just hikers who strayed from the path. The cases include individuals like Mel Nadell, a millionaire who disappeared after setting out for a walk, and other locals who seem to vanish into thin air from familiar surroundings. The immense and rugged wilderness provides a logical backdrop for such events. The terrain is challenging, with thick woods, deep arroyos, and unpredictable weather that can disorient even experienced outdoorsmen. However, some locals whisper of other possibilities. Theories range from encounters with wildlife to the more sinister prospect of criminal activity hidden within the forest depths. The forest is vast, and its isolation could easily conceal a crime scene. The disappearances in Pecos serve as a chilling reminder that even places that feel like home can hold profound and dangerous secrets, swallowed by the silence of the wilderness. We now turn to the largest of the Great Lakes, a vast inland sea known to indigenous peoples as Gitchigami Lake Superior. Its cold, deep waters hold countless secrets. For centuries, this lake has been a graveyard for ships and sailors, with estimates suggesting that hundreds of vessels and thousands of crew members have been lost to its depths. The most famous of these is the SS Edmund Fitzgerald, which vanished during a ferocious storm in 1975 with all 29 hands, but it is just one of many. The lake's floor is a museum of shipwrecks, many of which have never been found. The lake's immense size and power are the primary culprits. It is capable of generating ocean-like waves and is notorious for sudden violent gales that can overwhelm even modern steel-hulled freighters. The water is perpetually frigid, meaning survival time for anyone cast overboard is measured in minutes, not hours. Search efforts are complicated by the sheer expanse of water and its incredible depth, which can exceed 1,300 feet. The lake does not give up its dead easily. The cold temperatures preserve bodies, but the depths often keep them from ever being recovered, leaving a legacy of loss and mystery beneath its beautiful but treacherous surface. In the Pacific Ocean, south of Tokyo, lies a stretch of water with a reputation as ominous as its Atlantic counterpart. Known as the Devil's Sea, or the Dragon's Triangle, this region has been a source of maritime lore and fear in Japan for centuries. Fishermen have long spoken of its dangers, and its notoriety grew in the 20th century as numerous vessels, including military ships and scientific research boats, disappeared within its confines. Between 1952 and 1954 alone, 5 Japanese military vessels were lost with over 700 people on board, prompting the government to declare the area officially dangerous. Much like the Bermuda Triangle, scientific inquiry points towards extreme natural phenomena. The area is located on the Pacific Ring of Fire, making it a hotbed of seismic activity. Undersea volcanoes can erupt with explosive force, and sudden releases of methane hydrates from the seabed could, theoretically, compromise a ship's buoyancy. The region is also where 2 major ocean currents collide, creating unpredictable and powerful waves and whirlpools. These natural forces, combined with the frequent typhoons that sweep through the area, create a perfect storm of hazardous conditions, offering a stark scientific explanation for its devilish reputation. Within the vast North Atlantic Ocean lies a unique and strangely calm body of water known as the Sargasso Sea. It is the only sea in the world without a land border, defined instead by 4 powerful ocean currents that create a massive, slow-rotating gyre. Its surface is famously covered in vast mats of sargassum seaweed, creating an eerie, otherworldly landscape. For centuries, this sea has been the setting for maritime ghost stories, most famously that of the Mary Celeste, a ship found adrift and deserted in 1872, its crew mysteriously gone. It is a place where ships have been found abandoned, their crews having vanished without a trace. The unique conditions of the Sargasso Sea contribute to its mystique. The lack of wind in its center, an area known as the doldrums, could trap sailing ships for weeks or months, leading to despair, starvation, and mutiny among the crew. The thick seaweed could also slow or ensnare vessels. Modern theories for the disappearances are less romantic, suggesting that crews may have abandoned their ships in a panic, perhaps fearing an explosion from volatile cargo, only to perish in their lifeboats on the open ocean. Yet the image of a perfectly intact ship, floating silently amidst the golden seaweed with no one aboard, remains a powerful and unsettling maritime mystery. We move from mysteries of the natural world to a tragedy born of human conflict. The island nation of Sri Lanka, while a place of stunning beauty, holds one of the world's highest numbers of missing and disappeared persons. For nearly 3 decades, the country was ravaged by a brutal civil war between the government and the liberation tigers of Tamil Eelam. During and after this conflict, tens of thousands of people vanished. These were not accidents of nature. They were victims of what are known as enforced disappearances, where individuals are abducted by state forces or paramilitary groups and never seen again. The numbers are staggering, with the UN estimating between 60,000 and 100,000 people unaccounted for since the 1980s. Families, predominantly from the Tamil minority, have spent years searching for answers, clutching photographs of their loved ones at protests and inquiries. They were taken from their homes, from checkpoints, or surrendered at the end of the war, with the promise of safety, only to disappear into a secretive system from which there was no return. This is not a mystery of geography, but of human cruelty and the fog of war, leaving behind a deep, open wound in the nation's psyche, and a generation of families trapped in a state of ambiguous loss. Our final location brings us to the American heartland, to the state of Oklahoma. While it may not have the exotic reputation of a Bermuda Triangle, Oklahoma consistently ranks among the United States with the highest rates of missing persons per capita. Each year, thousands of individuals are reported missing, and while many are found, a significant number remain unresolved cases, particularly in the state's vast rural areas. The disappearances cut across all demographics and occur in a wide range of circumstances, from suspected foul play to individuals simply walking away from their lives. Several factors contribute to this troubling statistic. The state has a large land area with a relatively low population density, featuring extensive rural landscapes, thick woodlands, and numerous lakes and rivers, which can make searches incredibly difficult. It is also crisscrossed by major interstate highways, which can facilitate transient criminal activity and make it easy for someone to be moved across state lines quickly. Cases like the disappearance of the Jameson family in 2009, who vanished in the rural San Bois Mountains, highlight the perplexing nature of these events. Oklahoma's high rate of disappearances is a complex issue, a blend of geography, social factors, and the enduring mystery of human behavior. As our journey comes to an end, it is clear that the phenomenon of mysterious disappearance is a truly global one. From the depths of the oceans to the highest mountain peaks, and from remote wilderness to the scars of human conflict, the world is filled with places that hold unanswered questions. Each location we have visited tells a different story, one of nature's overwhelming power, of human vulnerability, or of calculated cruelty. These are not merely statistics or legends. They are a vast collection of human tragedies, each leaving behind a void in a family and a community. The common thread that binds these disparate places is the profound uncertainty they represent. It is the not knowing that perpetuates the pain for those left behind. While science, logic, and diligent investigation can explain many cases, a persistent few remain lodged in the realm of the inexplicable, fueling our fascination and our fear of the unknown. They remind us of the fragility of life and the fine line that separates the everyday world from a permanent and silent mystery. By exploring these stories, we do more than satisfy a curiosity for the strange. We honor the memory of the missing and acknowledge the enduring grief of their loved ones. It is a call to remain aware of our surroundings, to support the efforts of those who search for answers, and to never forget the individuals behind the headlines. For in the end, the greatest tribute we can pay is to keep their stories alive, in the hope that one day, the vanishing points of our world might finally give up their secrets.